Well, good morning, everyone. We welcome you to the monthly Utah Department of Alcoholic Beverage Services Commission meeting. I'm Stephen Handy, this year's chair, and we welcome you. We are meeting now in the multi-state office building in Salt Lake City. We welcome those online. We'll recognize Commissioner Owens is with us remotely in a moment. However, we're going to start, as we always do, with our Pledge of Allegiance, and Aaron Hinkle, who's the Violations Program Manager, will now lead us in the pledge. Thank you. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very, very much, Aaron. Well, this is, in many ways, this is a very historic meeting for us this morning. We say farewell to Commissioner Tom Jacobson, and he has served 2 4-year terms, and we'll address that a little bit later. And we say farewell to him, and also to our executive director, Tiffany Clayson, who's taken a new position in the private sector, and we'll have an opportunity to thank them for their service as the meeting goes on, and hear some words from them about their reflections on their time at the Department of Alcohol Beverage Services. So with that, as you know, I like to give a few little introductions. Would like to introduce our fellow commissioners and note that Commissioner Juliet Tennert is excused today. Commissioner Fallon Owens is with us remotely. We have Commissioner Jackie Orton, Commissioner Jennifer Terrazon, our Vice Chair, Commissioner Tara Tui, and Commissioner Tom Jacobson, and we welcome you. From our excellent staff, I wanted to recognize them. We have to my far right, Vicki Ashby, who's the Executive Assistant to the Commission, and the Executive Director, Doug Murakami, the Director of Alcohol Education, Todd Darrington, the Deputy Director of Finance and Administration. We have to my left Director Clayson. We have then Brian Swan, our Deputy Director of Legal and Regulatory Affairs, Jeremy Summerlath, the Interim Managing Director of Operations, and of course Sam McHenry from the AG's office. Also with us today is, I don't see Michelle here, Director. She remote? She might be here. Michelle Schmidt, the Communications Director, is excused today. We have here Rob Hansen, the Training Program Manager. We'll be hearing from you. Stephanie Hansen, the Off-Premise Program Manager. Craig Ware. We'll be hearing from you, the On-Premise Retail Program Manager. Aaron, who led us in the pledge. Let's see, Jeff is excused today. And we have our technical helpers. We appreciate you, Joe Ferrari, Licensing and Compliance Specialist, and Steve Lucero, the Licensing and Compliance Specialist as well. And thank you, gentlemen, for helping us. We are, as I should note, we're in the multi-state office building, and we'll be meeting here again on Thursday, July 31st, and again on Thursday, August 28th, here in the same location. We make note that you well know that there are some upcoming holiday closures. July 4th, which is a week from tomorrow already. How could that be? And then the end of the month, July 24th, Pioneer Day. Those present, please complete the form located in the back if you haven't already done so. And we'll have an opportunity for public comment at the end of our meeting. Now we have the proposed fiscal year 2026 internal audit plan that's going to be presented. Who's going to do that? Pardon me, Mr. Darrington?
She won't be presenting today.
He will not be presenting today. Thank you very much. We'll skip number 4. Okay, thank you. Now we'll go to Mr. Murakami, Doug Murakami, who's the Director of Alcohol Education, for his monthly update on the Parents Empowered campaign. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Chair Handy. Good morning, Commissioners. Before I talk about our Parents Empowered update, last Thursday, the DABS launched our new alcohol overservice prevention video for DABS licensees, servers, and bartenders. At the press launch, held at Squatters Pub Brewery in downtown Salt Lake, the message was clear. Our licensees are a vital line of defense in preventing alcohol overservice. DABS Executive Director Tiffany Clayson stated, "The consequences are real. Even one Utah getting injured or killed due to an impaired driving incident is one too many." Director Clayson was joined by Captain Neff, Utah Department of Public Safety's State Bureau of Investigation, and Rick Seven, brand manager, Salt Lake Brewing Company. Captain Neff provided preliminary data through April 15, 2025, that shows 217 alcohol-related car crashes.
Say that again, Doug. Say that again.
217 alcohol-related car crashes as of April 15th, 2025, and nearly 3,000 impaired driving citations. Since December 2024, the DABS has issued 10 alcohol over service violations. Now, Director Clayson also recognizes industry partners largely support efforts to prevent alcohol over service, and they're committed to be part of the solution. The Let's Work Together to Prevent Alcohol Over Service training video is available on our DABS website. Owners, managers, workers who sell alcohol are encouraged to watch the free optional education video. It can be found at abs.utah.gov under licenses and permits/training. And then also I wanted to mention, every year we're invited to team up with the Utah Department of Department of Public Safety, Highway Safety Office. And we join in with them to help promote a Plan a Sober Ride Home campaign. And we're going to do so again this year. The goal is to put some messaging up in our DABS liquor stores in July and August. So we'll get you some more details on that as we get closer to that. And then lastly, Parents Empowered has 3 community partnership projects that we're wrapping up. Emery County has an aquatic center launch. Actually, they launched on Monday. And then South Davis, this is kind of an interesting and fun one. They're going to launch a Parents Empowered float at their Handcart Day parade. And this Handcart Day parade is very popular. They get tens of thousands of people attending, but they approached us and wanted to produce a float. And with the many volunteers and businesses, they contributed time and resources to build a float. And we haven't seen the final version yet, but the creative concept is a giant game board that kind of looks like it's open as a book with game pieces, and to encourage families to spend time together as a family, playing games and whatnot. So should be a lot of fun. The other thing that we really like about this concept, not only will it be at the float at the parade, but the game pieces are detachable, so we'll be able to take those pieces and put them in community locations throughout the county there, and so they'll have that afterlife, so to speak, to get our messaging out there. And then lastly, the Green River Parents Empowered Underage Drinking messages will be in their parks and baseball fields. And this is the first time Green River has ever partnered with us to promote underage drinking prevention. And it was kind of fun. We proposed a couple of different creative concepts to them, and they loved them both. And they approached their city council, and the city council coughed up a little more money so that they could do both concepts. So we've got Green River well covered throughout their town. And the nice thing also is the messages are both in English and Spanish. So we're happy to hear that and happy to see that happen as well. So with that concludes my report. Thank you.
Did you mention the director's squatters, her comments there? Did you mention that already?
Yeah, I did.
Good, yeah, but yeah. So thank you.
Great job by Tiffany as always. And really, she was the crux and had the idea to apply for this grant so that we could do this. And yeah, the idea is it's a partnership and we're all in this together to help prevent alcohol over service. So great effort.
Excellent report. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Commissioner Jacobson.
In my new position, that was one of the scariest things I saw is how many fatalities we have in the state of Utah and how many attributable to alcohol. It really is scary considering the number of people in the state. I don't know how it compares to other state percentage wise, but those are all people that live next door to us and everything else. So it wakes you up. Thank
When
you.
you see those numbers, it certainly does.
Yep. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, that Commissioner Jacobson has been appointed to the State Transportation Commission. So that's what he's talking about. And so he has his first meeting today at 11:30 in Roy. So he did say something about, can we hustle the meeting through, Steve? So, so anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Thank you very much, Doug, very much. I need to, it was pointed out to me is that we need to go back to item number 4, commissioners. We had the internal audit plan and it has been in your packet, correct? And it includes the deliverables for this. The director is reminding me of this: a bailment inventory, the manufacturing licensees compliance, special use permits, and stores cash control. It would be appropriate for us, we need to approve this if you so feel that we should, the audit plan going forward for 2026. Commissioner Orton, a motion to approve. A second, please. Commissioner Vice Chair Terrazon, thank you very much. Any questions, comments? Seeing none. All in favor of approving the proposed fiscal the fiscal year 2026 internal audit plan. We have to do this with a voice vote, don't we? Because of Commissioner Owen. So go ahead, Vicki.
Vice Chair Terrazon.
Well, that's true. But go, yeah.
Aye. Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui. Commissioner Jacobson.
Aye.
Commissioner Owens.
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. Thank you very much. That has now passed unanimously. Thank you for pointing that out to me that we needed to have that approved. So now we'll have the financial update. Item number 6, Todd Darrington, the Deputy Director of Finance. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Chair. The financial report for this month is for period 11, or the period ending May 31st of 2025. You'll see that revenues were $21,713,000, or a 2.2% decrease from the same period last year. Expenses for this period were $6.5 million, or a 1.3% increase from the same period of 2024. Those percentages of change are within normal variances we would expect based off of just the standard fluctuations in business. With those revenues and expenses, the total return to the general fund after their earmark transfers is $10,571,000, and for the year-to-date number is $101 million expected as of period 11. I do want to let you know that in July, we will only report on the June financials, and then in August, we will report on both the fiscal year end for 25 as well as the first period of fiscal year 26, just to be prepared that the report takes a little time to finalize those last few items. Are there any questions I can answer on the finances this month?
Thank you very much, Todd, for that. And that is true. The fiscal year is ending here at the end of June, and so we'll have a double report, won't we?
Indeed.
Going forward, as you indicated. And thank you for all of the efforts, as you've explained to us over the last several months, to meet these very critical deadlines to close and to take care of any of the past issues. We appreciate that very much. Any questions from any commissioners? Comments, questions? Seeing none, we thank you very, very much.
Thank you, sir.
We now have item number 8. We have discussed some rules that were proposed in the April 2024 meeting, and then they went out for public comment. And now we'll have our Deputy Director in Legal, Brian Swan, discuss this item with us.
Thank you, Chair. So the April 24th meeting, the committee voted to publish the proposed rule changes in the bulletin. That was a 30-day public comment period. There was no public comment received on any rule that was proposed for change. So unless the chair or the commissioners have any questions on those specific rule changes, they are set to be finalized and formally adopted, which we will need a motion on an effective date as well. We suggest tomorrow being the effective date of those, and we can get them filed today.
Yes, that would be June 27th is tomorrow. And commissioners, as you recall, this information has been in our packet over the last couple of months. We've had the opportunity to visit about that in our subcommittees and get clarifying questions. And so here we are today needing an adoption of the rules, these rules proposed as proposed. Is there a please a motion? Pardon me.
I can make it.
Thank you.
I move to adopt the regulations as proposed by the department with an effective date of June 27, 2025.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Jacobson. A second from Commissioner Orton. Thank you very much. We'll now have a roll call vote, please, Vicki.
Vice Chair Terrazon, Commissioner Orton, Commissioner Tui,
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Commissioner Owens,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That passes, and they'll be formally adopted tomorrow. Thank you very much, Brian, for your leadership on those important items. We're now to item number 9 in our agenda, and this is Sam McHenry, the Assistant AG, and works very closely with us. We appreciate your help and assistance always. Would you please present the consent calendar, the violations consent calendar, sir?
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. We have 17 licensees on the consent calendar agenda today. All have settlement agreements in place, and they are considered to be a one-block vote unless any of the commissioners would like to call off any for individual discussion.
Seeing no comments, I will just note that in our in one of the subcommittees, the one that was interesting to me was number 5, the horse in Ogden, and that was I don't think, as you indicated, Sam, we had seen that violation before, where it was they failed to close at 2 a.m. Would you remind us about
Yeah,
that?
What happened is when they if they're still serving alcohol, once they stop, they have to remain open for 1 hour.
Yeah,
And so your last drink is at 1 a.m. You would have to stay open till 2 a.m.
yeah, and they failed to do that. That was new to, I think, a lot of us. I'd never seen that, and you hadn't either.
I had not.
You've not seen that, so thank you very much. Okay, that now requires a motion, please, commissioners. Commissioner Jacobson,
I'll move the consent calendar.
thank you very much. Commissioner Orton, thank you very much. Roll call vote, please, Vicki.
Vice Chair Terrazon, Commissioner Orton,
Aye.
Commissioner Tui,
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Commissioner Owens,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That passes unanimously. Director Clayson, did we miss the operations update?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to, so that'll give the operations update and then the licensee recognitions.
Perfect. And I'll make
You've got
some
two
other remarks. for Dan,
another remark,
correct?
please,
Okay.
if you'd like to, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So quickly, commissioners, for the operations update, as Todd mentioned, all eyes are on closing out fiscal year 25. We appreciate the attention and engagement that you all have given that as you've received many updates, right, on all things financial reconciliation, where we are with our budget, where we are with closeout, and then the important work that's being done simultaneously on COGS and our accounting systems improvements. So I want to thank all the many people on Todd's team that we work with collaboratively with DTS and other interagency partners at DGO with State Finance for their patience and for all of their hard work and effort and support in making sure that our team has the assistance, expertise, support that we needed, kind of combining to work with our teams to be successful, not only for the DABS, but successful for the state, because the state can't be successful with closeout if we are not successful with closeout. So I know that things are looking really positive, and I know that our team is pedal to the metal, making sure that we do what needs to be done there. Doug Murakami referenced the over-service training video. We have a great team of people that work to make that happen. And Doug, I appreciate your comments on that. Doug did a great job working to push that project through. We had members of our compliance staff, Jeremy, Brian has been involved since you've been here. Jeremy has worked to execute it. Even Erica Evans, who worked here previously, was part of the initial team that helped work to secure that grant funding. And it is important that, we make sure that we have many great operators. Most of our operators here in the state of Utah are good actors. And you'll hear some of them often say they never want to serve that last drink if it's going to be a problem, right? And so this is an opportunity. It is a free resource. It is not mandatory, but it is something that's available to folks who own or manage bars, restaurants, hotels, anyone that serves alcohol, for them to be able to train their staff and make sure that they can understand seeing the signs of overservice and how to de-escalate, right? How do you have that difficult conversation if you need to kind of cut someone off? And so we think it's a great resource. It's always great when you can provide a resource voluntarily that's not mandated. I'm really proud of the team that worked on this in collaboration with NABCA. And the last thing I wanted to make sure you all knew as the commission and others in the state of Utah understand, this was a grant that we received from NABCA, an organization that we belong to, which means this resource that we were able to develop on this important issue was done so at zero cost to the taxpayers or to the state of Utah. And so that's something obviously that we've tried to do is be, good stewards of our resources here. So I think that's notable and wanted to make sure you understood that. We've also executed and are deploying our improvements blueprint, and that is a roadmap and a guide to additional work, future work that is starting now. We're convening now that needs to be done in our supply chain and operations part of our organization. And I might just turn my attention, since you've given me a couple of minutes. I have some thanks I would love to give folks. I want to thank Governor Cox and Lieutenant Governor Henderson for their trust in almost 5 years ago nominating me for this position. I don't know if it's a thank you or people should have given me condolences. I don't know, but I really was honored to receive their trust. And I want to thank our legislative leads who I've had the pleasure working with. That would be Senator Stevenson, Representative Burton, Representative Karen Peterson, and many other legislators who are not the leads, the tip of the spear in this space, but have been really supportive from a funding perspective, working with issues. Now, I know we're talking a lot and collaborating regarding package agency compensation, but I appreciate their partnership and support. They work really hard and they listen incredibly well. But most of all, I want to thank the 7 of you. I see you, Commissioner Owens, and I know we've got Commissioner Tennant, who's not with us today, but I want to thank each of you for being such a fabulous commission. This is the best commission I believe the state of Utah has ever had, and I feel like that's really saying something because the commission has existed pretty much since the end of Prohibition.
Yes, it has.
So each of you bring valuable perspectives because you come from various walks of life. You have different personal backgrounds. You have different professional backgrounds. And I believe the public wins every day because of that. So you've been engaged and supportive of the department through the wins and through the challenges and obstacles. And I just want to say thank you. I've been in improvement mode since day one when I arrived here at the DABS. And, we've made a lot of improvements here in almost 5 years. But as you know, and as I referenced, I developed an improvements blueprint, which has been communicated across the department, and it predominantly focuses on operations, culture, internal controls, and improving risk management. The team knows the value and the importance of this work, And I'm confident they are committed to executing this blueprint, this improvement plan with fidelity and with respect to how important it is, the value and the respect they have. The team that we have here at this dais, and even some that are out today, they are 5-star public administrators. And I believe that they understand the gravity of the work that they're expected to carry out for you guys to support you in your work and for the public. So I just wanted to let you know that we're leaving that's being enacted and put into place, because while we all have done a lot of improving, there is still a lot of improving left to do. I want to thank all of our employees, our hardworking employees. I'm looking at some of them right now in compliance. And I am thinking about the ones that are all across the state, Chair Handy. I'm proud of the work of all of our employees. I hope they're proud of themselves, because I'm certainly proud of them. We've built a strong foundation here, and I'm excited to see the next executive director lead this team and partner with each and every one of you guys to take things to even greater heights. So thank you for allowing me just a few minutes to opine on how great you all are, how great our employees are, and it's been an absolutely privilege to serve in this role. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director. You've been the consummate professional in my dealings with you. Comments from commissioners? Anyone like to say anything here? We've got some other things at the end of the meeting, but maybe we'll leave it till then. Commissioner Jacobson?
I believe Commissioner Orton's the only other person who worked under a different director than the rest of you have. I can only say good things, but you can't sometimes put enough into words. And well, what I have observed based upon my professional experience of working with businesses and everything is that this place has been run the last few years in an impeccable manner. And it's all thanks to our director, who has been open to all of us and the commission to come talk to her when we see something, even when we have stupid ideas. But she's always been open to listen, and that's one of the most important things in this world is you need to listen sometimes before you speak. So, but I would be remiss if I didn't at least say something publicly. I've spoken to Tiffany privately, and like everybody else, we not only wish her the best of luck in the future, but we also, I think, are here in case she ever needs any of our advice, or she wants to find out what do the other people think about this. So thank you very much for your service.
Commissioner Orton, please.
I am going to try not to cry, because that is my MO. So just preparing, but I just I just want to say, I knew Tiffany briefly in her previous role in a congressional office, and I found out once she began working here at the DABS that I really knew nothing about her abilities, her strengths, her skills, her personality. I thought that I kind of had her pegged, and I knew nothing. She has completely changed the culture, the way the DABS does business, and more importantly, works with the outside community. And it has been extraordinary to watch and just be kind of proud that I supported her from the start. And I just feel lucky that we've had the opportunity to watch you, because I feel like you've given us a master class in executive administration. And I'm just honored to have had this opportunity. I am honored to be tutored in many ways by you. And I just feel, and I also feel really lucky that you're going to an organization that our family, we feel like we are part of the Coca-Cola family. And I am so lucky to have had this opportunity to serve as a commissioner under your guidance.
Commissioner Vice Chair Terrazon?
Sure. I just want to say I met Tiffany maybe 2017, and I think she was on the hiring committee for my first job in Utah at Salt Lake County with her husband, Stuart. And so we met that long ago, and she's been so kind, not just professionally, but also personally. And I just want to say, aside from being lucky and thankful to work with you for several years, I've had so many bar owners and restaurant owners that I've spoken to the last few weeks who have said, "I can't believe she's leaving. She's done so many great things." Like they just can't believe it because I think you've created a place of fairness and understanding for people to come, and you've been so open to so many different perspectives and issues that different bar owners from different walks of life. And so just been super proud to serve with you, under you. And I know we're all going to miss you, but we're very excited about your next chapter and that you'll get to spend some more time with your adorable kids and with Stuart. He's a handful, so we know you'll have more time for him too. Please tell him I said that.
Thank you, Commissioner Terrazon. Commissioner Tui?
Director Clayson, these are flowers from the commission. We want to say thank you so much. They're not big enough to truly represent how much we value you and love working with you. I also wanted to say, when I think about Director Clayson, I think about the definition of consummate professional. She is all business all the time with a smile, but she's also fun. So I looked up, using my most current favorite AI, the definition of a consummate professional is someone who consistently demonstrates exceptional skill, expertise, and dedication to their work, combined with impeccable conduct, reliability, and a commitment to excellence. They handle tasks with precision, maintain a high standard of ethics, and adapt effectively to changes, earning respect in their field. I've been doing work in government affairs and as a state employee in the past for a very long time. I cannot think of a single person who matches that definition more than Tiffany Clayson. I feel very lucky to have had this position to get to know her. That is the biggest value that I've received from my work on the commission, is getting to know you as a professional and as a friend, and we wish you the best.
I want to say too, Director, that we also have I have a little plaque here for you. It says in grateful appreciation, and has the commission names on it. There's Mike Maurer out there taking his photos, and some of you haven't seen this, but there it is. And so you're going to enjoy the flowers.
They're beautiful.
But in a couple days, hey, they're gone. But this plaque will be around for 20 years. Someone will find it in your garage. What was that, Mom? Well, that was back in the day. So anyway, we are thrilled for the association with you, and we wish you well. There's nothing as so constant as change in this life. And so just get ready for it, because it will change. And so a wonderful opportunity has come your way, and you can leave the department feeling really, really good about the state that it is in.
Thank you.
All the best to you.
Thank you. Hugs after.
All the best to you. And since we've blown up the agenda, we'd like to invite Deputy Chief of Staff Mike Maurer to come forward. He's going to talk about Commissioner Jacobson's departure today.
Well, again, it's
8 years.
Mike Maurer.
And the Director Clayson too, sir.
We love them
Please,
both. We love them
please,
both.
please.
Mike Maurer, Senior Advisor to Utah Governor Spencer Cox. I have the claim to fame of having been the person who hired Tiffany Clayson into state government years ago. I oversee constituent services in the governor's office, and had a phone call from a friend who said, there's this woman moving here from Louisiana with her husband, and she'd be great. And usually in constituent services, you want some people with, been here a while, know a lot of people. One interview with her, and we realized, oh my word, she's a home run. She had done work for a U.S. Senator in Louisiana, and she gets it when it comes to customer service and response. And so I have a certificate for her, but the governor will elaborate later at a different occasion on Tiffany. I'm here in particular to thank Thomas Jacobson for his incredible service to this board. One of the roles I have in the governor's office is I oversee board and commission appointments. And a lot of times the public doesn't realize this. Under the governor, not one of these people asked to serve in these positions. We didn't want people coming to these important positions with agendas or, issues that they wanted to have. We wanted people who would come and be fair to legislative statute, to the consumers, to the taxpayers, to tourists and guests who are visiting our state. And as I look across many of you, I'll never forget calling Jacqueline Orton and saying, "Hi, I've got a board position for you." Well, she wasn't looking for one, and these are very significant positions. You do a lot of great stuff for the state of Utah. And so as I just want to thank all of you for serving, whether it's up from Panguitch, and the governor was very insistent. We want all of Utah represented here. And so a big thanks to each of you, but in particular today, a big thanks to Thomas Jacobson. Thomas has done such a great job. He's been here. I think he's your longest serving board member, and has been a good advisor to the governor and a good friend to a lot of us, and a great representative of your board, and has done so much incredible work on behalf of the people of Utah. The governor has tapped him now to serve on the Board of Transportation. So this will be his last meeting here, and he will soon pick up and start serving our state as a volunteer in a different capacity. But if you could all join with me in thanking Thomas Jacobson for his dedicated service to Utah.
There again. Come on, smile, you guys.
Yeah, get the chair over here really quick.
Well, whoever you want here. Come on. It looks funny with the table. Okay. Get in there, Mike.
Once again, Steve's giving me good instruction, advice, counsel. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone.
See you soon.
Chair,
Commissioner Orton.
I'm not going to belabor this, but could I
Okay.
just speak briefly to
Yes, please.
Commissioner Jacobson? I'm still trying not to cry. Anyway, when I first came on the commission, Tom Jacobson was my mentor. He took me under his wings, tried to explain very complicated things that I had, like Mike mentioned, my question to Mike when he asked if I would serve was why? And so I really, I had to up my game very quickly to even understand what was going on in my first meeting. And Commissioner Jacobson took me under his wing and explained things in a way that I could understand. And he had a way of explaining things to the public that a few of you, like Tanner, might remember. We had a whiteboard at our old meeting place, and every meeting, Tom or Commissioner Jacobson would come up with some graphic that he had to draw out for the entire audience on the whiteboard that perfectly explained a very complicated situation we were dealing with on the commission. And I just so appreciated his willingness to, just kind of lean over and whisper, oh, this is what this is what they're talking about, or to share his computer. He was notorious, still kind of is, for pulling up Google Maps and Google Street and figuring out, minutia about a building or proximity or something. And I just so appreciate the way I got to come into this commission with someone explaining line by line everything that was happening. And so I just want you to, I have not forgotten that, and I am always grateful, and I'm so grateful for your service to the state.
Thank you, Tom, for your friendship to me as well, and your consummate legal advice and your wisdom that you have shared, formerly chaired the commission. And so lots of institutional knowledge that you're leaving, and we're going to miss that. By statute, it indicates that you continue to serve until the governor's office gets us a replacement. But we're going to cut you loose in July. If we need you for quorum, we'll call on you. But you've got plenty to do on the Transportation Commission. Plenty to do. This has been great. Let's go ahead and adjourn and go to lunch. Oh, we've got other things on the agenda, like some licenses, right, that people are anxious about. No, we're gonna do our business. Okay, back to work. All right, we're gonna go with the package agencies, number 11. Mr. Swan, Brian, we've got
Thank
a
you,
couple of
Chairman.
items there. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so the type 2, type 3 package agency interviews, as you know, the selection process has been ongoing. On earlier this month, the commission held a special meeting to consider 3 applicants for the helper and Kanab areas. The Kanab area was the only one of those 2 areas that was competitive in the application process. So there was 2 applicants there, the Kanab Liquor LLC and Gifts Liquor Package Agency for you to consider. And then the other applicant in helper was not competitive. It was Last Call Liquor Store. The commission interviewed and reviewed the business plans of those applicants in earlier this month's special meeting. And now those are ready for an award decision. So I would turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. And was clarified to us and to me specifically, these aren't licenses, these are contracts.
That's right.
That are given to these businesses. So we had the opportunity to have presentations on the Kanab Liquor LLC, Kanab City, and Gifts Liquor Package Agency, Kanab City. And we've had a little discussions in our subcommittees. And so now, commissioners, I give the time to you to move this forward as you will. Commissioner Orton, please.
Okay. I just want to make sure because okay.
Yeah.
So I want to move that we award the contract to Gifts Liquor Package Agency in Kanab.
Thank you very much. A second, please. Is there a second?
I'll second it. Commissioner Owens.
Commissioner Owens, thank you very much. Now, commissioners, is there additional discussion? Commissioner Toohey?
Yeah, I wasn't a party to the actual presentation from the agents. I just reviewed the documents, the business plan, the questions in our packet. And this was probably the closest score I've had for a competitive PA. I think both applicants were fantastic with their business plan. It looked like AI wrote the business plans, which I don't mind at all. Like, use the tools you have. Like, they were very good. They were very professional. I appreciated the detail put into them. I will say for my scoring, Kanab Liquor LLC came out on top by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to attribute anything specific to that. So that's where I am, Commissioner Orton, unless you'd like to convince me otherwise.
Okay, I am confused with I know who, so I know who the applicants were by name, but I am not certain about the business names. That was what I was conferring with Commissioner Terrazon about before I made that, because can we get clarification on there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is gifts
Darren Gifford is the principal of gifts.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
I'm looking at our,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
that's okay.
that
That's a,
it was
that's a
correct,
great
because
question. That's a great question.
the names of the actual liquor stores were different from the
Yeah.
names of the people. Okay.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
let me give you really briefly why I felt the same way. I have said many times in our subcommittee meetings and in our chair check-in that this was such a close situation, and both of the applicants were so strong. But in the end, I feel like there is so much business going toward gifts already with the restaurant and the tourist travel and the buses that arrive there, that, and if we put the if we put the package agency on the other side of town from a place where there are already buses going, where those people don't have transportation, I'm concerned that we miss a lot of that business. And I also feel like, even though, I mean, I would love to be able to give them both a license because they were so extraordinary. But at the end of the day, I just feel like there's such a ready-made business with gifts that it would be helpful to have the package agency there as well. So that was the tiebreaker for me.
Thank you. Anyone else willing to speak or needing to speak? Commissioner Owens, did you have something you looked like you might?
Yeah, I would just
Go
agree
ahead,
with,
please. Go ahead.
yeah, I would agree with what Commissioner Orton said. I think that the location and with the tourist traffic already, that was kind of the factor for me in, but like Commissioner Tui said, this was very close for me as well, so.
Commissioner Jacobson, I know you're going to abstain because you have mentioned that to me previously. You weren't able to hear the
Yeah,
presentation.
real quickly.
Go ahead, sir.
I had a court appearance during the
Yeah.
same time we had the
Yeah.
presentation, and I just don't feel it's fair for me to make a judgment without actually hearing that and being able to ask them questions. I think I'd just be relying on half of the information.
Okay, thank you, sir. I just wanted to comment where I came down on this. I liked the gifts situation because he already has a restaurant, and he has contacts and relationships with the other restaurants in Kanab. And I think that's an important differentiation point for me, to be able to have those relationships and ensure that those orders could go through the package agency, which to me strengthened the business plan. So I think we've had a good discussion. If there's anything else, I think that we will now proceed to a roll call vote on Commissioner Orton's motion to award the contract to Gifts Liquor Package Agency in Kanab City. Darren Gifford's the principal. Go ahead, Vicki.
Vice Chair Terrazon, Commissioner Orton,
Aye.
Commissioner Tui,
No.
Commissioner Owens,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That passed favorably with Commissioner Tennant out and Commissioner Jacobson abstaining, that the contract will be awarded to Gifts Liquor Package Agency. Now, Brian, if you'll talk to us about the next applicant, the Last Call Liquor Store in Helper City.
Yes, so the final applicant for you to consider today is Last Call Liquor Store in Helper City. That is a non-competitive applicant. That was the only one for that area. She was interviewed, or they were interviewed at the meeting earlier this month. You have all the materials, you've reviewed the business plan, so it is up to you to award that or not.
Thank you very much. And Commissioner Jacobson, you'll be again abstaining, sir?
I don't know that I need to because it's not, it wasn't.
Well, that's clear. That's clear. It's just one. So a motion, Commissioner Jacobson, while you have the floor, sir.
Well, I'll go ahead and make the motion that we give a package agency agreement. We enter into a package agency agreement with Last Call Liquor Store and Helper City.
Thank you very much. A second, please, Commissioner Tui. Second.
Second.
Thanks. Second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote on the motion to award to the Last Call Liquor Store and Helper. Vicky, please roll call.
Vice Chair Terrazon, Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui,
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson, Commissioner Owens,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That is unanimous. We had just the one item and
Chair.
not competitive. Please, Commissioner Tui,
Just one
a
more
comment,
before
please.
we move on to the next agenda
Yeah.
item. I did want to say related to the package agencies.
Yeah.
This has been sort of a new process with us, and considering competitive applications has been more work for staff and the commissioners. But I just want to acknowledge that I think it's working and that I think we received a higher caliber of applications and business plans and thinking through the long-term strategy for these contractors has been, I think, much better than we've seen in the past. And I think that's going to continue. I did want to say for the record, information was passed along to me that we're still looking for a PA applicant in the Delta area.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to remind folks on the record that Delta is open for business and that it's an area that's still in need. And so I just wanted to make sure we got that on the record before we moved on. Thank you, Chair.
That is terrific for you to say that. Did anyone have something else? Jeremy, please comment.
Indeed. Additionally, there are two other opportunities. There's Fillmore and what's the third?
I know we have an application on Camas, right?
We
Cam-
do. Yes,
Thank you.
that's excellent. We have a new application for the Camas location. Yes, that's what I wanted to mention.
Great. Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, Brian, you have the item number 12, the consent agenda.
If you don't mind, I will actually point you back to item 10. It looks like we missed that one. So
We're good.
Well, I
good?
discussed that with the director and we thought that we were good on
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So
We'll move on.
let's go ahead to 12.
All right.
Consent agenda.
The consent agenda. So on the consent agenda this month, we've got the approval of two meeting minutes, the May 29th and the June 6th special meeting. As far as the license renewal campaign results, we have 410 licenses that meet the statutory requirements for renewal. 3 will have not met those requirements and will not be renewed. Other than that, you have been briefed, all the commissioners have been briefed in the subcommittee meetings about the licensees that are on the consent agenda and listed here. Unless you have any specific questions for me or the staff concerning one, there was no real concerns expressed in those subcommittee meetings. And we can take this as a block vote for approval.
Thank you very much. So now we are at, we have under 12, we have A through H. And we've had an opportunity to review those. Those are on the agenda. So I would invite a motion and a second for approval. Commissioner Jacobson?
Also move to approve the consent agenda item number 12, items A through H.
Thank you very much. And a second, please. Commissioner Orton, a second, please. Any further discussion?
Chair,
Thank
one
you very
point
much,
on the motion,
Brian.
if they're friendly amendment, just that item B is an effective date of July 1st. So it is not retroactive, it's moving forward.
Thank you. And that is pointed out there on the agenda. Commissioner Jacobson, friendly amendment. Thank you much. So please consider that, commissioners, in your voting. So thank you very much. We'll go now to the roll call vote. Vicky?
Vice Chair Terrazon, Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui,
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Aye.
Commissioner Owens,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. Those items are unanimously approved, A through H. Now we have number 13, and we have Rob Hanson to please come forward, our training program manager. And this also has an effective July 1, 2025. Should that be included in the motion? Probably so.
Correct.
We'll
They
do
will
that.
be effective July
Thank you.
1st for the
Thank
bar
you very much.
licenses.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we'll begin with, we have 2 changes of ownership. We have Aramark at Vertigo in Salt Lake City This application is complete. And then we have SLC Pub. It is no longer conditional. It is complete and is ready for your consideration.
All right, thank you very much. We'll take these separately. So on items 1 and 2, we need a motion, please, for approval.
So moved.
So move Commissioner Tui in a second, please. Commissioner Orton, a second, please. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please.
Vice Chair Terrazon. Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Aye.
Commissioner Owens.
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. Those are unanimously approved. Now, all other applicants, Rob?
All other applicants, so we have 4 applicants and we have 13 full-year bar licenses available. I also want to point out that we get 17 new ones from population for July. Plus, we get the 3 non-renewals, so that will be 20 more bar licenses available next month. So for our 4 applicants this month, we have Perhaps in Park City. This one is conditional. We have the Boiler Room in Salt Lake City. This one is conditional, and they have a violation history. The violation history is common ownership with another bar that had a violation for more than 2 alcoholic beverages in front of a customer at the same time. We have Zion Canyon Hot Springs in Laverton. This one is conditional. And Spanish Valley Vineyards and Winery in Grand County. This one is conditional.
Thank you very
Ready
much.
for
Any
your
questions
consideration.
for Rob? Seeing none, we'll move to a motion in a second, please.
So moved.
Commissioner Tui has moved for approval. A second, please. Commissioner Orton, please. A second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. Vicky has stepped out, hasn't she? So I think that we, since there's no discussion, how about if we do this? All in favor, including Commissioner Owens, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Any opposed? Vicky, we just took over for you. It was just approved. Yeah, that was just approved. Thank you very much. So now, Craig, if you'd like to come forward, the restaurant full service, the on-premise retail program manager. Craig, would you take your items? This is B, under 13. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair Handy, and good morning, Commissioners. This month for our restaurant full service applications, we do have one change of location that needs commission action. That is Steiny's Family Sports Grill in Ogden. They're just moving to a different location that is also in Ogden. That application is complete and ready for commission action.
Thank you very much. We now need on this change of location a motion and a second, please.
I'll make that motion.
Commissioner Orton, a motion to approve. A second, Vice Chair Terrazon to approve. Thank you very much. We'll go with that roll call vote, please, Vicky.
Vice Chair Terrazon. Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Aye.
Commissioner Owens.
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. Those are approved unanimously. Now, Craig, we have all other applicants. We have 3 on this list. Braza Grill, Galbi. Yeah, Galbi Grill and Positano Italian Kitchen. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, that is correct. So we do have 3 new applications. Do want to point out that we have 46 licenses available in the quota. And also next month, for July, with the new equation, we'll receive an additional 38 licenses that will be available. These 3 applicants, their applications are all complete. I do want to point out Braza Grill Murray LLC. That one is complete and they're ready to operate. They will be surrendering a restaurant limited license upon approval. Galbi Grill in St. George, that is conditional, although is complete, and it is conditional just for a business license exchange with the city. Positano Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar, also in St. George. They do have a projected opening of June 30th, and that one is conditional. However, it does meet the statutory requirements for a conditional license.
Thank you for your work here, Craig, and likewise, going back to thank you for your good work as well, Rob. So on this, all other applicants, the three applicants, a motion, please. Commissioner Vice Chair Terrazon moved for approval, and a second from Commissioner Orton. Thank you. Roll call vote, please, Vicky.
Vice Chair Terrazon. Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson. Commissioner Owens.
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. Those are approved unanimously. Thank you very much again, Craig. Commissioners and staff and those here present or those online, we're now at the end of our agenda. However, we have an important item to go forward on, and that is the comments from commissioners and the public. Those of you from the public, if you'd like to address the commission, we're going to enforce a 3-minute rule here this morning. But first see if the commissioners have any other things to say. Thank you very much. And let's see, we've had a lot of talking together, and I think that we're good with everything. So now we'll have comments from the public. Mr. Valentine, if you'd like to come forward, please. And I'm going to ask the director to start her timer when you begin to speak, and we'll be happy to hear from you this morning. Introduce yourself, please. And
yes, my name is Michael Valentine. I was a candidate for mayor of Salt Lake City in 2023. I'll be a candidate in 2027. I am the owner of Six Sailor Cider, Weathered Waves Bar, Apparition Bar, and I'm the director of Utah for Palestine, 501c3-4 nonprofit coming up. Anyway, I was supposed to speak last meeting in July. I stepped out for a second and I came back. You guys adjourned the meeting before I could speak. So I hope you get used to seeing me. I'm going to be here at every commission meeting until the corruption and the misconduct and abuse of this body and the DABS itself gets reined in. Director Clayson, I think it's interesting that you're leaving right now when I'm on the verge of filing lawsuits against you and against the state. I think it's fitting that you're going to work for Coca-Cola, who is on the BDS list, supporting genocide and Israeli terror against the Palestinian people. Jacobson, you're not going to be missed. Well, your Zionism and your bigotry and your abuse of me and putting personal retaliation on my bar and my businesses, now costing me $815,000 as of this month, blocking my my bar license and retaliating against me for being a successful anti-Zionist bar. We were investigated by the Attorney General's office, by the Justice Department, zero evidence of discrimination. And yet last meeting, you go on and on and on about Zionism, about me, about my political beliefs, and you attack me for those reasons. It's uncalled for. I'm asking for Stephen Handy, Orton, to also resign. They can go with you to Coca-Cola, I guess. Last meeting, you defamed me. You said I was a threat to public safety, which is absolute bullshit. I've never threatened you. That is pure defamation. I will be filing a lawsuit about that. And Jeremy can join you as well, because his abuse against me, blocking my licenses for the past year, you can smile about it if you want, but you know, the chickens come home to roost. This is the actions. There will be consequences. I've already reported this to the legislature. The public's now aware. This is getting international attention from our posts and what's going on in the DABS. You know, I just wanted my bar license. I just wanted to run my cidery, just make cider and be left alone. I didn't have to be here, but now I'm here at every meeting until the people rein you guys in, until we have a DABS that actually serves the public. And it's sad. It's sad for Utah. It's sad for the situation that I'm now getting lots of feedback from other bars, other licensees, other cideries and breweries that have had abuse in situations with the DABS. So Tara, Jennifer, Owens, I did not call you guys out. I thank you for voting your jobs last time. I asked you to rein this DABS in. I asked you to get the special meeting that I was promised in November of 2022, when I agreed to surrender my license in exchange for another license. I still have not had that special meeting. You guys are actively costing me thousands and thousands of dollars a day. In retaliation, you sit up here smiling instead of doing your jobs and getting my licenses and treating this objectively and fairly and serving the people of Utah and Salt Lake City. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else would like to address the commission this morning? Seeing none, we are going to be done. Thank you, Commissioner Jacobson. Anything?
You'd asked me to say a couple of words.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's have them. Let's have them.
I'm an attorney. It's hard to say a couple of words. Okay.
Let's have them.
But I look upon the opportunities I've had in my life, which have been very great. And this is really one of the greatest opportunities I've had to serve my community. Mike knows, because Mike, he's gone though, that when Mike and Justin Harden called me up and said, "What? you know, I don't know anything about alcohol. But in any event, it has been a very interesting experience. They know that one of the reasons that I would say yes to them is because I have grandchildren that live in this community, and those of us who were here in the 1970s know about the challenges that Utah had, and there weren't jobs for people that graduated from the U or the other schools. And what we're all trying to do, I think, is make a better Utah, whether it's dealing with the issues of alcohol or whether it's dealing with any of the other issues that we have. And when you get a group of people together, sometimes you can't all agree, because one of the reasons you have a group is so you get different experiences and different thoughts, and you bring those experiences to the table. So that we've had disagreements, and I hope I haven't personally offended any of you, because I will tell you, I've had a lot of respect for each and every one of you that I've had the opportunity to work with. You bring a lot to the state of Utah, and that's, I think, very, very important. And so I have appreciated that very, very much. I think that we have challenges. First of all, when I travel around the country, there's always jokes and things that people think are cute about Utah, and half the time it relates to alcohol. And yet, one of the things we all know is that our alcohol laws are as consistent as possibly could be with the rest of the country. And we've done a heck of a job in trying to make sure that our visitors to the state are able to obtain alcohol in a responsible manner. We've also taken a lot of responsible actions to assure people don't drive when they have been drinking by lowering our presumption level to 0.05. We've been very fortunate that Doug and others have been working to try to educate people. I wish I would have known that when I was going to college, and then maybe I wouldn't be so brain dead today, you know. But I think that's just very important, the work that we do and what we're trying to do to help people have better lives. And so to everybody I've served with, worked with, especially the staff, because one of the things I used to hear was the old saying, it's good enough for government work. Well, I learned in this department, it's never good enough until it's perfect. And so to everybody, without calling out anybody and leaving anybody out, I want to personally thank each and every one of you for what you do, the hard work that you do, and I hope you'll be able to continue to provide a great service to the state of Utah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Jacobson. We wish you well. Sage advice. Thank you very much. Commissioner Orton, thank you very much. And Director Clayson, all the best to you. Commissioner Orton, your last final opportunity to give us a motion for adjournment. Pardon me. I'm looking at.
I move for adjournment.
Thank you, Commissioner Jacobson, and a second for you, Commissioner. All in favor say aye. Thank you very much. The meeting is